Hi, I'm Ryan.
I'm Hannah.
So, Hannah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. So just kind of went to school and then work. But
Right. So, where do you work at?
I actually work at Salon Brands. Do you know about Salon Brands?
I do not.
So it's by Walmart, and it's just pretty much a salon. I don't cut hair. A lot of people think that I cut hair.
Yeah.
But I just do retail work.
And then, so, where do you go to school at?
Okay. I go to Fort Hays State University.
Fort Hays State.
So I'm a junior and I'm 20, but yeah.
So, what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in social work. So it has been a little bit stressful for me with my whole, I guess, Fort Hays, like, what's the word for it? It's just been stressful because I've couldn't figure out my career, I guess. I had to go to Kelly Center for the career exploration program. I don't know if you know anything about that, but you pretty much figure out your career, and I've had a tough time. I've had a tough time figuring out my career, but I just switched to social work. So I used to do elementary education.
Oh yeah, what made you wanna change majors?
Just because I lack the confidence in teaching. In the lesson plans, I don't know if you've ever seen lesson plans, but they're really hard to like put together. I feel like it's not that the kids is the one thing that I've always loved doing. Kids. Just pretty much anything.
So, so you want to kind of stick more to the kids' path,
yes,
and not any other path.
But I feel like lately in my life, I used to work at a daycare, but so I worked with kids all the time. But lately, I had to quit that job because I work. I go to school and then I go to work, and doing two jobs was too stressful on me. And I mean, I'm kind of still been stressed out about it a lot because. I mean, you have a bunch of assignments to do, and then you have to go to work, and then also you just don't really have much time, I guess you would say, with it. But it's just been kind of hard to like balance everything out and finding time management because procrastination is bad.
Yeah. So, have you really been trying to find time for yourself lately? Just for you, nothing work related or school related lately?
So. It's kind of hard to do that. I feel like I've always just, after high school, I've always just tried to put my time, not have much time for myself, and try to work because you need to work to have money, obviously. So, I wouldn't say I haven't done it that much, but I try. I mean, at like 11 o'clock, I guess the only time I do myself is video games. Which, that's just something, a hobby of mine, I guess you'd say, that I enjoy. But so video games would definitely be something that kind of, and I also write in a journal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that kind of help you?
Yes, like kind of get my emotions out on that and stress relief. It does help me actually a lot. So I've always been the type of person where I can't talk my feelings out. It's really hard for me. So I've always just stuck to writing things down in a journal, and I think it's just super helpful. I honestly feel like everyone should do that because it is like something to get your emotions out so they're not built up and then it outbursts.
Yeah. So how's your family life been? Has it been well? Are your parents together or divorced? Or
my parents are actually divorced. I want to say my family's good at all. It's kind of confusing. So my parents divorced when I was 8, and I do have an older sister, so we did go through the same thing. But I mean, they don't talk to each other at all. It was kind of a bad divorce, and I got custody of my dad, but there's a lot of other things that went into it. But
so, do you think that's kind of where some of your stress is coming from also, besides school and work? Maybe your family?
Yeah, actually is kind of part of it. I feel like I have a lot of stress because there is so many aspects of my life, and I'm the type of person where I try to be there for everyone else. So with my mom, we do have like a little business, so I feel like I'm always contacting her. She texts me every day about this, and so I feel like I do try to help her. My dad, he's going through that empty nest phase where he gets lonely and that, so I'm always trying to help him. So I guess going back to your self-time, I kind of don't because I'm trying to please everyone else, I feel like, in my life.
Yeah. So
And
how's this year kind of gone so far? Everything.
It's surprisingly, I'm like the most hard. I'm not gonna boost myself up, but I am really hardworking. I'm the straight A student, so it's been going pretty good in schoolwork because I've just been really trying. But I feel like my stress lately has been pretty high, a lot, and I feel like I'm also the type of person that my stress builds up and then it just outbursts. And so I feel like I have been really stressed lately. But I mean, there's just so many aspects I feel like in my life that I've just kind of been stressed about with, balancing family, work, school, and then just social relationships and that.
Relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So you said balancing social relationships. So how is really your social relationship with other people or with your teachers or?
Yeah. So I have made some friends, which I didn't go. So my college, I'm not like the most into college person. I live with my sister actually and her boyfriend. So I didn't get the whole typical college where you go live in the dorms, you know. So that was a lot of, I guess, missed out opportunity of it, but also I too much money for me to spend, you know. So I kind of just skipped all that, but I have made friends in class, and actually none of my classmates came to Fort Hays in my class, so that's also the worst thing. But so I've kind of had to just try to make friends, but I have made some.
So what I would want to ask is, what activities do you kind of do on your own time?
Like hobbies, you would say?
What hobbies? Just to get away from, just to be by yourself and just really.
I mean, we do have a dog. I also have cats, and I love cats. So I pay attention to them a lot. I'm like, wow, I'll talk to my cat all the time.
That's not a
go
problem.
on walks with a dog. So that's something. Or as I said earlier, video games, journal. I do feel like I need to find more hobbies. I feel like I am kind of bad at sometimes hanging out with friends because I'm so stressed with homework. I'm always saying I had to do homework because I put my schooling first, which is good. But sometimes it can get a little bit like I need to have fun or do something, you know.
I mean, that's not a real bad thing to do.
Yeah, definitely agree, but it can get kind of stressful. But
just a little stressful with all work and education and.
But I mean, it's been nice living with my sister because I feel like she is such a good support system for me to rely on. Going back to when you said support, like friends and all that, I feel like I'm grateful that she has been in my life.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where I'd be right now. I didn't have her to rely on and, you know, live with me and that. But yeah, definitely grateful for her.
So you think I think that's one of the that's probably one of the main things that can help you relieve your stress.
Social support?
Yeah, social
I feel
support.
Like, when I'm dealing with stress, I feel like that is one thing that does help me. Like, going back home is a really stress reliever because I am able to kind of take a break from my life and just have, like, I don't know, just good times with my family. Even though my family is broken, I have tried to rebuild my relationship because I know some people don't have the opportunity to have a parent in their life. So I am way more forgiving for, even though it was a bad divorcement, but I definitely am more forgiving. My sister, I cannot say the same. She's definitely
not the forgiving type.
Yeah. It's just because she's been through a little bit more, seen more. I was younger and a little bit more naive to things.
So I guess since you guys kind of been through the same thing, do you think that's definitely gotten you guys closer?
Yes. For sure. I definitely, it's good to have someone who has gone through the same thing. I don't know if you ever have, but I know it's like I don't know, just someone to relate to and they can understand your problems or how stressed you are. I know my sister, with going on with school and all that, I have been super stressed. And she knows how it is on me. And she knows sometimes I get really stressed and I'll just be in a bad mood and I'll like snap at her.
Yeah.
And she knows, like, she always hugs me but I always fall. But yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
She knows what I'm dealing with, and she knows who I am as a person and how I can be sensitive, you know.